tell me, what makes Mario Kart different from any other racing game? The vehicles? Nah. The tracks? Kinda, but not quite. The items? Bingo! Sadly, some of the items are not really that good, and when you get them, you're kind of bummed that you got them. Hey, I'm Nico, and here's my top 10 worst Mario Kart items. The first item in this list comes from the very first Mario Kart game, Super Mario Kart for the SNES. And you know what? This item only appeared in that single game. It was never seen again after that entry. The reason is simple, it's pretty much worthless. The Cape Feather gives you the ability to jump above pits and find shortcuts. But it's like useful in only a couple of tracks, and you know, it's not even that useful in those tracks. Sure, it looks funny as you spin and jump, but seriously though, it's useless, okay, trust me. Plus, in more recent Mario Kart games, there are jumps everywhere in the tracks themselves, so why would you need a Cape Feather altogether? This next item was also only present in one single game. In Mario Kart Double Dash, each character has a special item that only they can use. And for Yoshi and Birdo, it's their eggs. The Yoshi/Birdo egg acts like red shells, meaning they automatically guide themselves to the nearest targets, and once they hit it, they explode, leaving other items on the racetracks, such as, you know, mushrooms, stars, and more. The only problem is, you're usually too close to your opponents to pick up those items, so they end up being picked up by the guy you actually hit. So, you know, he gets hit, then he gets a star and catches back to you? That's kinda dumb. You know, sometimes you grab an item box and you really want a good item, and then you get a boo. What does it do, you might ask? Well, it turns you invisible and steals another item from another player. And sometimes it just fails and gets you no items at all. What's the point? Sure, you're invisible for like 10 seconds, so you will avoid banana peels and other players, but it provides no boosts, no mean of attack, nothing. It's pretty much useless. It's far from being the worst item ever, but it's also really far from being a good one. It's just really pointless. The next item on this list had a very noble objective at first. The POW block is supposed to hit everyone that's in front of you by making them slide, just like they would a banana peel. The problem lies in the fact that this item can be avoided if your opponents are in the air, for example during a jump, or if they're in a DK barrel or whatever. And that's not all. When the POW block gets ready to hit you, if you shake the Wii remote or press the tricks button at the correct timing, you can avoid it altogether. That's so dumb. What good is an item that can be easily avoided by just shaking the controller? It was a good try though, I guess. This next item is the special characters item for Princess Peach and Princess Daisy in Mario Kart Double Dash. The hearts item provide them with a barrier that protects them from enemies' fire. The fun part about this item is that if you get hit by a green shell, the heart transforms into a green shell that you can fire back. It's kinda cool, I suppose, but most of the things you're going to be hit with are banana peels and green shells, and that's no fun. The idea and concept behind that item is okay, but the execution is just plain boring. It's a very forgettable item, to be quite honest. I did not even remember it before I started doing some research for this top 10, so yeah. What's important during a fast-paced game of Mario Kart? Well, being able to see in front of you, obviously, and that's what this next power-up wanna get rid of. The blooper is an item that when used puts ink in your screen to give you trouble seeing what's in front of you. Sadly for this item, it fails miserably. In Mario Kart DS, Mario Kart 7 and Mario Kart 8, you can just look at the bottom screen or the Wii U gamepad when you have ink in your screen and you'll still be able to navigate yourself very easily. And even if you decide not to look on those screens, the amount of ink on screen is so small that you'll be able to know where to go anyways. And you know, there's not that many tracks in Mario Kart games, so you'll eventually know them by heart, so this ink won't do anything. Nice try, blooper, maybe next time. In Mario Kart, you see an item box and you immediately go for it to see what's inside, but you should be on the lookout for fake item boxes. These items are placed by other racers and trying to get them just hits you hard and puts you to a complete stop. The problem with these fake item boxes is that they're easily spotted from afar. In Mario Kart 64, they have an upside down question mark to see them. In Double Dash and Wii, they are completely red, which totally sets them apart from real item boxes. But the thing is, item boxes are always lined up correctly together, so as soon as you see one that seems out of place, it's because it is, and it's a fake box. You know, the idea behind that item is great, but it's just too easy to avoid them, which I guess is why they removed it in newer Mario Kart games, I suppose. So usually in Mario Kart, you strive to get an item to help you win the race. You know, you get the item, you wait for the perfect opportunity, and then you use it. That's how it works. Well, not for the Thunder Cloud, it seems. This wonderful new item added in Mario Kart Wii uses itself automatically once you obtain it. What this item does is put a cloud above your head. With the cloud on, you go a little bit faster, which is cool. But the thing is, after a little amount of time, the cloud acts like a lightning bolt and shrinks you to bit size, leaving you slower and more vulnerable than ever. The goal of this time bomb item is to get rid of it by touching another player, you know, giving it away. That's not a really nice item, you don't want it and other people don't want it either. Okay, here's what's going on. You're in first place, so you're vulnerable. You have to avoid banana peels, you have to hope that no blue shell will hit you, you have to avoid green shells and other hazards, and then you finally get an item. Finally something that can bring you a little protection, right? And then you get a coin. Yeah. The coin item is so useless, it becomes annoying. In Mario Kart 7 and onward, every time you collect a coin, your maximum speed limit increases a little bit, which is really good, don't get me wrong, but there are coins scattered pretty much everywhere on the track, so why would you need one from an item box? It's so annoying, and as I mentioned, they tend to give this item out to people in first place. This is the moment where you don't even need it. This is a troll item. You know, there's one item that I truly despise, one item that I just cannot accept, and I named the blue shell. I hate the blue shell with a passion. The blue shell is everything that is wrong with Mario Kart. I get that this is a fun game with crazy frantic action and you never know what's gonna happen really, but the blue shell? This item was created to attack the player who's directly in first place. It's just meant to attack whoever is good at the game. It's not meant to help you win. It's just meant to help him lose. And I really hate that. The amount of blue shells I have received in my face is astonishing. And it literally traumatized me. Like, I heard that beeping noise meaning that one is coming and I get scared instantly. Why? Because I cannot avoid it. I feel helpless. Sure, if you have a mushroom, you can sometime escape it, but that's not enough. At least in Mario Kart 8 you have an item that can finally destroy it. But you know, before that game there was literally nothing you could do, period. And this is why I hate this item. It's just the worst invention ever. You've seen the worst items, but you know, what are the best? Well, click the annotation on screen or the link in the description to find out. Follow me on Twitter for more updates and be sure to subscribe to see more crazy videos. Thanks a lot for watching.